How y'all doing today? Y'all back on your boy Charlie. Let's discuss that. And today we about to break down a few topics today. We're gonna talk about becoming a superstar, manifesting, becoming great, and being somebody great. And we're gonna talk about family, kids, and all that drama that come with it. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe button for me. You dig? Let's get into it, man. And this is my belief, and I know a lot of people got different beliefs and things of that nature. But I'm gonna break it down how I feel and what I believe. I believe that God can make anything happen. The most impossible thing that you can think, God can give you a breakthrough for that. And I believe a lot of times people don't believe in God's strength and power. It's like you read the Bible all the time, but you don't realize all these great and amazing stories of God allowing people to overcome, and their stories being told so many years over and over again. You feel what I'm saying? So let's break down some of these things. You got LeBron James, you got your Jay-Z's, you got all your great music athletes and great people just in general who have been blessed with great things in this world just by believing in God's great power and believing in change and believing in that anything is possible if you believe in God and put your faith first. And I think a lot of times people go away from that. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of what I'm talking about. Okay, you have Derrick Rose on the Chicago Bulls, and you had Jimmy Butler. We never looked at Jimmy Butler as a superstar. Now, as time progressed, Jimmy Butler became a superstar. Some people say he's not. He's a closer. He's a scorer. He plays defense. How is he not a superstar? He played on the best players and D them up, like one of the best defensive players. Like he's on Kawhi Leonard level when you're talking about defense. On a great superstar like LeBron or KD, any one of them. He played great defense on them. Of course, you can't stop them people from scoring, but they play great defense on them. And that's what I'm saying. Like God can manifest anything you desire if you believe in it. And I think we as people got to start going away from what's righteous and what's real. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, I believe God gonna put me on a big platform and bring millions and millions of dollars to me. I believe that me as a person will become a billionaire and have all the things that I desire because I believe in it and I believe in God's great manifesting ability. It's already done already. You know what I'm saying? Because of my belief. You gotta walk in faith in this world. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna come back to that. But let's talk about like kids and stuff like that, right? And me and a couple of people that I talked to had little debates about different things in that nature. And some people, everybody got different perspective on how they see different things. And me, like I look at a lot of study on different stuff, on different situations. Like, for instance, when you have a kid, the kid will carry on your traits, your DNA, everything about you. That kid won't have those traits, right? So we know these things. So that's how you can detect a serial killer before they even born. Somebody that got raped by somebody that was a serial killer and things of that nature. You will see the child begin to pick up, have those crazy traits like that. So when I come to that, once again, you go back to praying to God and asking God to help that child if that child is struggling with different things. Like, cause you could be around a kid and you can see that they are becoming like their mother or becoming like their father in a wicked way. And if you don't begin to pray for them or try to manifest greatness into them, they'll become just like them because that's their traits. So we gotta focus our energy on making the kids better and making their life better. Like for me, of course, as me, I'm a human being. I get frustrated when kids don't listen or they don't obey my command and they doing all type of wild and crazy things. While I gotta find myself searching more for God to help me than me trying to help myself. I gotta ask God for help because sometimes I don't have the answers to why they do the certain things that they do, and then they don't even know themselves. When you ask them why did they do it, they don't even have an answer to tell you for it. So that's why I say God. We gotta always put God first and understand that his knowledge and his wisdom will get us past and get us very far. Like I say, man, I'm in a transformation and I'm trying to become a better person. And I really believe that that's my destiny, you know what I'm saying, to become better. I even believe it might be my destiny to be preaching or teaching, you know what I'm saying? Because I really believe in God's power. This thing another thing I want to break down to you why I see different people go through mental disorders and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you why. When I was on the street homeless and had nowhere to go, why did I not break down mentally? Or why other people that I see have broke down mentally? Because they couldn't take the pressure. I'm gonna tell you why. My mother, I would say this, my mother Angela has always, before my mother got sick mentally, she would always teach me about God, like all the time. And my belief was that I was going to overcome these obstacles that was in front of me. I believed it from the bottom of my heart. Some days I didn't even pray. Some days I didn't even look at the Bible, none of that, because I was going through the trials and tribulations of being outside, freezing all night, being cold, not having a place to take a shower at. I was just dealing with mental and physical pain, but it didn't break me. And I'm still here today to be able to tell you the story of how I come from being homeless and then God just blessing me with different gifts and stuff like that and helping me along in my life. He always been there for me since day one. And that's just true stories. It's real. The reason why I didn't break down mentally, because I always had my mother, Doris Rankins, and my mother, Angela, who always taught me about God. And them teaching me about God is what gave me the faith to believe. See, this is what I did, though. I stopped praying. I stopped doing all of that. And when I went back to praying and started believing again is when I got my apartment. That's why I say, man, we got to put God first and stop doing all the foolish stuff, because it's nothing better than God himself helping you and being there for you. And you have to believe in his power and don't shy away from his grace. So, like, for me, man, I know, like, I keep saying I'm not perfect, but I strive to be great. I strive to be amazing, and I know I'm great, and I know I'm amazing, and I know great manifesting things are going to happen in my future. I believe I'm going to go from talking to you to going to screen big platforms, and I'm going to be able to touch a lot of people with my wisdom, because I'm a very smart and intelligent person, and I know God's power and I know his strength. Like I say, I make plenty of mistakes, and I do a lot of things that I need to do better for myself, you know what I mean? But like I say, I'm in the process of becoming a better man and a better person. And like I say, I put God first. Even though I may make so many mistakes, I put God first, and I look and I thank God for every moment and every second that he give me to breathe. I get frustrated a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Kids, family, and all of that. It made me frustrated, because that means that I'm stopped believing that God gonna help me through it. So what I need to do is continue to pray and continue to believe that his power is official. And we all know his power is official, and we all know the great manifesting abilities that he have to make things great. So my message to everybody is to always put God first and always study the great knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of good wisdom in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't disrespect nobody's religion or what they like. I don't disrespect the 5%ers. I don't disrespect the Hebrew Israelites, or I don't disrespect the Muslim brother, because there's a lot of truth in a lot of the things that they study and do. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, I don't disrespect nobody's religion or what they do. You know what I'm saying? So for me I believe in God, and I believe in his great power. And I believe that he can help me overcome any obstacles or anything that's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. Like I say, I'm not perfect, and I do get frustrated just like any regular human being, but I strive to be better, and I strive to change my life and be able to help others. You know what I'm saying? It was a special season for me. I remember I was writing the God blessings on the cars and passing out money to different people, and I felt like that was a good thing that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? About to go back into transition and trying to figure out something else like that great to be able to do for people, because I know where I came from, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I see myself in the future having so much money that I'll be able to create the homeless shelters and the different outlets for the people that I see struggling, that's going through the things that I went through. And that's my biggest goal, is to be able to help the less fortunate people out. People with mental illness, something that my mother dealt with. Homelessness is something that I went through. People with drug addiction, something my dad went through. So it's like, for me to be able to touch the people, it would be amazing, because I've been through it and I experienced it. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, like I say, man, change is always a great thing if it's in a positive light. And I believe that God is working in my life in a way that I can't even describe. Like every day I wake up, I feel like something good is about to happen. Every day I get up, I feel an energy so positive that I can't even believe it. It's like a feeling of something's about to break through and something amazing about to come into you. And I always put God first. And that's what it's gonna be forever. I mean, God has always been there for me. And that's what I strive to teach people, that you gotta read the book. Like like I always say, man, there's so many lessons that's in it. I think sometimes people, it's the thing that people do a lot of time. They look at the flaws and not the positive things and stuff. And that's why they always get lost from Christianity to whatever religion you do. People always looking for flaw. They're not looking for positivity. That's why they always led into a bad place. It's like, that's all you looking for. Like, what's the flaw? What is the positive stuff? Oh, the preacher's sleeping with this and that person. It's like, but what is the message? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at all the negative stuff instead of the positive stuff, and that's what people do. And that's why I keep my circle small, because I cannot deal with people like that that's always nitpicking negative stuff. I got to stay as far away from you as possible. If you're a positive individual and you got a great outlook on things, I can indulge in you and have you around at any moment, at any time. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot be around negative people that always find something negative to say or do about everything. You have to be positive, man. Even in the worst situation, you got to be positive. Because God is putting you through this as a test. And like I said, man, I put God first, and I thank God for all the great and amazing things he have done for me. And I know my future is very bright, because I'm going to be on the stage that I desire to be on and be in the placement that I desire to be on. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, I love God and I respect God with all my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I really thank God for giving me great wisdom and great knowledge. And I thank my mother and my father for believing in me and always encouraging me to be great. I know my father wasn't always there, and he was on drugs and this and that, but he always did his best as a father. And same as my mother with her mental illness and whatever, she still encouraged me to be great, and she always tried to help me, even when the demon inside her is trying to tear her apart. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is, man. Life is so great if we only give God the opportunity to bring greatness into our life and manifest the things that we really desire, because you are deserving of everything that you desire. Nobody can tell you otherwise. I'm deserving to have the mansion. I'm deserving to have every dollar and every cent that I desire. And I believe that. I don't believe there's nothing that's going to take that away from me, because I am God's son. You know what I'm saying? I am a part of him. I believe in him. I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for all our sins. And I believe in the change and the process that God is putting me through. And I really search hard just to be able to know the knowledge. And I try to touch people with great wisdom, because I know how hard it is out here. But I love y'all. Put God first, family, then finances. You did your back talking to your boy Charlie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? God first, God first, God first, God first. You did? Love y'all, man.